Welcome back, everybody, to the Dallas Cowboys franchise mode here on the channel. I forgot to show this last video, but we ended up trading for Joe Milton to be our backup quarterback. I actually ended up doing this before the trade happened in real life, so kind of just some Nostradamus elite prediction there. So anyway, guys, that's Joe Milton, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. But yes, Joe Milton, he's a 70 overall. And, with Joe Milton, it's the throw power. He has the pure arm talent, obviously, the 99 throw power. The dude can throw it 85 yards. But the problem is you don't know if it's going to end up in the stands, going to hit the goalpost. It could be the best throw you've ever seen. It's a lot like I compare it to Joey Gallo, the Rangers fan. He might hit the most majestic 500-foot home run you've ever seen, but he might not get a hit for the next 3 weeks. So, we are going to have to work on his development as a passer. But, I think taking a flyer on him for what we traded for him, just some late picks with that throw power, I mean, that arm talent is undeniable. You're not going to find that on a day 3 quarterback. So I think it was good to make that trade. The deep accuracy and the medium accuracy, the throw on the run, the awareness, like none of that's really good right now. But, we have Joe Milton for the next 3 seasons. He's under contract. Here is our week 1 starting lineup. Got Dak in at quarterback, Joe Milton as the backup, obviously, but we are going to be really focusing on this season, focusing on our rookies. Ashton Jeanty, Luther Burden. Obviously, morale has already taken a hit because this game's dumb, and dumb stuff happens with the morale and stupid questions. We got CeeDee Lamb, Josh Downs, a fully revamped receiving core for Dallas, and we're going to see if Downs and Luther Burden can have an impact. Ashton Jeanty, I'm expecting big things from. By the end of the year, I could see him easily pushing into the mid 80s, high 80s, even get to 90 if he has a good season. So Ashton Jeanty's development is going to be crucial for this series, because if Ashton Jeanty becomes one of the elite running backs in the NFL, that's just going to be a complete game changer. Really going to hope that Ashton Jeanty or Luther Burden has that superstar X Factor potential. Defensively, to start this season, we've got Spillane at middle linebacker with Eric Kendricks backing him up. We've got Maurice Liufau on the left outside linebacker, and we've got Jordan Hicks and Damon Clark as well. Damon Clark's gonna be in there, and we will be getting Overshown back, I believe, in 2 weeks. So our linebackers could definitely be upgraded. That's something we're also going to be looking for in the next draft. It's getting another younger linebacker in, because Overshown and Liufau are already 24, 25. So we could definitely be looking for a superstar linebacker to come in here and make an impact. We got Marquise Bell starting at safety. And I got Kalen Carson and Hill backing him up as the 4th and 5th corner, because these guys both have good zone coverage, so should be able to help out at safety if need be. Marcus Epps won't be back for another 2 weeks, so there's that. Then we got Justin Simmons here at free safety, looking for him to have a big season to help us make some plays in that secondary. In terms of the corners, we've got Deron Bland, Trevon Diggs, and Paulson Adebo, as well as Kalen Carson and Tayomi Hill. On the defensive line, we've got Marshawn Nealand, who I expect to have a big second year, need him to take that next step, develop into a better run stopper, and hopefully get some upside from pass rush. We've got Osa Odigizua and Tatir Tart manning down the defensive tackles in the middle. Hopefully these two can help our run defense not be as leaky as it's been the last few years. We got Jordan Phillips as 3rd defensive tackle, hopefully to develop and get his development going. And of course, we've got the absolute stud Micah Parsons, expecting an 18, 17 sack season from him. Nothing but the best. Got Dante Fowler backing him up and going to be our pass rushing defensive end, probably on 3rd downs. Here is our schedule for the upcoming season. The Cowboys finished 3rd place last season, so we're going to be playing the 3rd place team of every NFC division. I believe that's how that works. So, and it looks like we're going to be playing the AFC West and the NFC North this season. So we're going to open up on the road against the Chargers. Then we're going to have our home opener against the Lions, which is going to be an absolutely brutal game. It's going to be a tough start to the season. Play Justin Herbert, and then we got to play the hard Lions team and the Commanders at home with Jaden Daniels. So some tough games to begin the season. So it'll be some good tests for our Cowboys to see what. Then we got the Jets, Panthers, Giants. That's a pretty easy stretch of games. Commanders, Giants. We got to go against the Vikings, who are a good team. The Broncos, up and coming good team. The Bears, who have a sneaky good team. The Eagles, who are always going to be a hard team. Then the Cardinals. And we end the season with the Packers, Raiders, Chiefs, and Eagles. Our bye week is in week 14, which is pretty brutal, but it could benefit us. But I'd rather have it, in the middle of the season. So long stretch of games without having the bye. Here is a look at Ashton Jeanty. The rookie had a productive preseason through training camp, so he's going to get 2 upgrade points. Looking at his ratings, I think we're just going to keep upgrading him on thing. I'm actually going to upgrade his power back, because he could use some of that trucking and stuff. So we're going to get that up as well. I think we're going to try to get his power back to even. He's going to get 2 stiff arm, 1 trucking, and then we will upgrade elusive back as well. He's going to go up 2 overalls. Wow. So with 2 spin move, 1 juke. Wow. So Genty is looking like an absolute stud right now. So I think that he's going to be an 82 overall once the morale goes back up to normal. So huge for the rookie running back. Expect a big season from Ashton Genty. All right, when it comes to scouting this season, this is what we're working with. These are the positions I want to heavily focus on this draft. Offensive tackle, safety, tight end, and linebacker, and an outside linebacker. And if you look at this draft class, the amount of tackles in this draft class is insane. There are so many left tackles, so we should be able to get at least some type of offensive tackle in here to start developing. So really prioritizing left tackle. There is a solid amount of outside linebacker talent as well that we could work with. And then safety wise as well, there's a good amount of free and strong safeties in the class as well. So I think this draft we can at least come away with a safety and a linebacker and a tackle that we like. And then this tight end class is pretty terrible. So we're going to just try to find a tight end that's hopefully has maybe some good development, some good traits, and just take a tight end, but doesn't seem the best year to need a tight end. So we might have to look to free agency to upgrade tight end, but we will certainly see when it comes to draft time. Well, here we are, week 1 of the NFL season. Dallas at the Chargers in LA. So pretty much a home game for Dallas because we know what happens when the away team comes to the Chargers games. So we should have a lot of home fans here for Dallas. And we're wearing the all-white Arctic Whites. Wanted to start the season with a bang uniform-wise. I love these jerseys. I love the Arctic Whites for Dallas. They just look so clean. But here we are, SoFi Stadium, week 1 of the NFL season. Dallas looking for a rebound here, hopefully led by Dak and Micah. And everyone's got to get the season underway. Jesus. Should be a good season, hopefully. Cross the fingers. Let's get right into this. But why don't we start the franchise mode off by focusing on the defense? Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Herbert's going to take the snap. It's going to be a play action. Herbert's going deep over the middle, and that's going to be overshot. Good coverage there by Dallas. 3rd down and 10 on the first drive. Dallas doing a good first opening drive of the season. And here comes, it looks like some pressure. Herbert over the middle, and it's wide open. Not great on the first drive of the season to give up a 30-yard pass on 3rd and 10. Come on, defense. We cannot let up a touchdown on the opening drive of the season. That would be very depressing. Justin Herbert's going to take the read option, and Micah Parsons is going to make a great play. I don't agree with that play call, running a read option with Justin Herbert. Definitely not what you want to do to put your franchise quarterback at risk. Here we go. 3rd down and 10. Let's see if Dallas can get a stop here. Dallas, Herbert drops back to pass. Herbert's over the middle, and that one should have been intercepted, but it's going to be knocked down by Eric Kendricks. So here comes the field goal unit for the Los Angeles Chargers. Looks to be probably about a 53-yarder. The kick is up, and it is good. So the defense holds the Chargers to 3 on the opening drive of the season. It'll be really interesting to see how the offense runs. I am still going to have to figure out what playbook and what plays I really like and make playbook. But here we go. Dak drops back to pass. 2nd and 10. The pressure is coming, and Dak gets absolutely crushed. Wow. Not the start you want for the offense. Incomplete pass. Snow can get open, and then the offensive line absolutely folds. Now we're looking at a 3rd and 17 to start the game. Not an ideal start here for Dallas. 3rd and 17. Let's just not do anything dumb here. Dak over the middle, and it's just going to be out of the reach of CeeDee Lamb. So not a good start for the offense. And not a great start for the defense either, as Justin Herbert is going to get a 37-yard passing touchdown to Ladd McConkey. So the Cowboys are going to be down 10-0 early in this game. But there we go. The Cowboys have responded a 28-yard pass to CeeDee Lamb that's going to put the Cowboys into Chargers territory. So here we go. Into Chargers territory. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Let's see if the Cowboys offense can respond. Not looking good so far. And the first carry we've seen to Ashton Genty, and he breaks away. And there's a good run by the rookie. So that was beautiful to see. The rookie Ashton Genty gets a nice run up the middle, breaks a tackle, and the Cowboys are on the verge. Genty's going to be motioned out at wide receiver here. Interesting formation. Here's the pass over the middle, and that's going to be CeeDee Lamb, and that's going to be an 8-yard reception, his second catch for 36 yards. Cowboys are on the doorstep. And CeeDee Lamb is no one is even covering him. Just throw it to Lamb. There's the audible. Should be wide open, but no, they're going to rush it to Genty, and Genty's going to break the tackle and get down just 1 yard shy. Third down and one now for the Cowboys. Can they convert? They're going to pass it here. Not going to run. Dak's going to roll out. Dak's going to have all day, and he's going to stroll into the end zone for a rushing touchdown. Good run by Dak there, using his legs, scrambling out of the pocket. That is what we needed. Good response from the Dallas offense here on opening day. Good job by Dak rolling out of the pocket, finding the open hole, and taking it in for 6. And look at that. The free agent acquisition, Paulson Adebo, is going to get an interception off Justin Herbert, and it looks like it's going to be down to the 40-yard line. So let's hop right back in. So Paulson Adebo is going to create a huge turnover for Dallas, getting an interception off Justin Herbert, and that puts Dallas right on the verge of the red zone once again. Here's Dak. He drops back to pass. Oh, and that's going to be a dangerous one that's going to be broken up by, I believe that is Derwin James. What a huge turnover there for Dallas to get the ball back. Let's see if they can take advantage of it and turn it into a touchdown and not just settle for a field goal. Dak drops back in the pocket. There's over the middle. That's going to be 84. Is that going to be, who's 84? That's got to be, who is that? I have no idea. That's probably, oh, that's going to be the backup tight end. I'm a dummy. That's going to be the guy that we signed from Indianapolis, whose name is missing me. Third down, though. 3rd and 2. Dak over the middle. And, oh, it's going to be dropped by Jake Ferguson. That's a tough one. You gotta hold on to that, Fergie. I would go for it here. Take advantage of the turnover, but they are going to settle for 3 here with the best kicker in the NFL and just take the points off the turnover. I would have been a bit more aggressive, but hey, that's just me. All right, big moment here. 3rd and 4 in the second quarter, 10-10 ball game. And the Cowboys defense hold the Chargers to a field goal. They're bringing some pressure, and oh, that's going to be a miscommunication there by the secondary. It's going to lead to a wide open receiver on the outside. Not what we want to see there. Chargers at the 5, coming out of the shotgun. Can Justin Herbert punch it in here for the Chargers? It's going to be motion out, communication on the defense. Here comes the blitz once again, and Herbert's going to get hit as he throws, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. But here we go. 3rd and goal at the 1. Can Dallas's defensive line stand strong here if they choose to run? It's going to go to Najee, and that's just going to be an easy walk-in touchdown for Najee Harris. The Chargers are going to go up by a touchdown here in the first game of the season. But here we go again. The Cowboys have driven down the field on a catch from Jake Ferguson and a nice run from Ashton Genty. The play action pass from Dak. He goes over the middle. Oh, and it's going to be a bad pass from Dak there. He had him, absolutely had him open, but he just missed him. That's a brutal miss there from Dak Prescott. Here we go, looking out of the I formation on 2nd and 10. They're going to pound it, though, with Ashton Genty, who's going to get a nice gain to make it 3rd and manageable. He's only got 4 carries for 32 yards. Yeah, we're going to have to mess with the playbook because I do want to be running the ball more than just 4 times a game. So that's not what I like. Here we go, 3rd and 6. Can Dak find somebody over the middle? And it's going to be a nice catch there. That is going to be Josh Downs, number 1. Dak Prescott going with a little no-huddle offense here, getting the defense off guard, trying to keep them tired and on the field. Here we go, 1st and goal. It's going to be in the shotgun. He's going to do a little pump fake. Dak's looking over the middle. It's caught by CeeDee Lamb. Oh, and a good hit there by Derwin James to prevent him from getting into the end zone. So seeing some just good offensive play here. I think both teams have pretty good offenses right now. At least, oh, throw it to Genty. He's wide open. But no, Dak's going to take it himself. Oh, and that's a late hit. That should be a flag. But Dak's going to get his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. So like what we're seeing from Dak early, he is being more decisive with his legs. You know, we're longer removed from that injury, but he's going to avoid the blitz there and take a hit, but score a touchdown there. So some QB rushing from Dak here, making him a little bit more effective. I just went super fast because there was 3 seconds left in the second, but we somehow scored a touchdown. I do not know what happened. Did we just get a return for, we scored with like 2 seconds left? Hold on. We need to see what the hell was that? So somehow we scored on a 13-yard CeeDee Lamb touchdown from Dak Prescott. There had to have been a turnover. I have no clue what happened here. Brandon Aubrey is going to tack on a 57-yarder at the tail end of the second quarter here to give us a 27-17 advantage over the Chargers. So a good opening game so far. Defense has been a lot better in the second half. We forced 2 3-and-outs. Then we're going to get a field goal here to keep it a 10-point game. And there is Micah Parsons' first sack of the season. A 7-yard loss for Justin Herbert as Micah Parsons gets his first sack on hopefully a road to a 20 sack season. So here we go. End of the first game. Let's see if the Chargers can put anything together. A rough day for Justin Herbert, 16 for 30. So with multiple picks, just not a good day for Herbert at all. Justin Herbert, and that one's almost going to be intercepted by Deron Bland in the secondary. 9 catches for 157. Absolutely carving. Let's see if Parsons can get a sack here. Herbert is going deep, though, down the field. Oh, an excellent play by Deron Bland. They have tried to throw it his way multiple times in this game, and he has absolutely locked it down. Deron Bland trying to prove he wants that contract, man. We're going to have to start looking at those extension numbers, which is obviously going to be scary. And that's just going to be a straight up drop there by Najee Harris. You know, the offensive line's holding up a bit more than I'd like. I mean, we're not getting the pressure that I want from Parsons but there's going to be a blitz, though. Herbert's just got all day back there. Splaney's going to chase him down, and that's going to be a sack for Robert Splaney. It's going to be turnover on downs. What a great way to end their chances. Well, they got 3 timeouts, but 2 possessions. And that is all she wrote for opening week here in the NFL. A 30-17 victory. Brandon Aubrey tacks in field goal at the end just as time was expiring. So a good win here for Dallas on opening week. The defense shows out. The offense shows out. We play some excellent complementary football and get a W here in week 1 on the road. Not a crazy game by any means, but just a good start to the season. Good, smart football, complementary football, solid rushing with good passing, defense created turnovers. All 3 phases of football, as Bill Belichick would say. Just a great game all around, and we're going to take that week 1 victory. Here we go as we look at the stats. Dak Prescott, 101 quarterback rating, 22 for 31, 70% completion, 217 yards. He's going to have 1 passing touchdown, and then on the rushing end, Dak Prescott is going to have 2 rushing touchdowns with 16 yards. Ashton Genty in his first NFL game is going to have 16 carries for 70 yards, averaging 4.3 yards a carry. So a really good, solid game from the rookie running back with 3 broken tackles and 24 yards after contact and 1 20-yard run. Jake Ferguson is going to have 6 catches for 59 yards. Luther Burden, the rookie, 5 catches, 60 yards. CeeDee Lamb, 4 catches, 57 yards, and a touchdown. So Josh Downs as well is going to get 3 catches and 22 yards. So really solid game here for Dallas, complementary with receiving and passing. Defensively, what are we looking at defensively? So tackle-wise, Deron Bland making 5 tackles from the secondary. That is what we want to see. Robert Spillane, 6 total tackles, a tackle for loss, and a sack. Let's see. Marshawn Kneeland, how about that, young man? First game of his sophomore season, he's going to get 2 sacks. That's absolutely excellent. Micah Parsons is going to add a sack. Paulson Adebo adds an interception. Forced fumbles. Trayvon Diggs forces a fumble and with 2 fumble recoveries. Wow. So Trayvon Diggs is going to recover 2 fumbles this game. Good on Trayvon Diggs in the secondary. So we are going to use the 30 coaching points we got after that game, and we are going to add another focus player here so we can hopefully get our 6 focus players, and we can have maximum development for this team. All right, here we go. Week number 2 against Detroit. It's going to be a big test for this Dallas Cowboys roster. Lions are obviously coming off. They did lose to Washington in the divisional round, but still one of the best rosters in the league, led by that man right there, Dan Campbell. But it is our home opener, coming off a good win, so this is going to be our first real test of the season. Detroit's an 88 overall team. They have a ton of good players on the roster, both sides of the ball, so should be a good test to see where we measure up in terms of our team for this coming up season. So here we go against Detroit. What can we do? Well, off to a fantastic start as the Lions are going to have a 5-minute drive, go all the way down the field and punch it in for an opening drive touchdown. Not what we want to see to start the game. All right, here we go. Big 3rd down and 10 for the defense against Detroit. 3rd and 10 on the 40. Could hold them to below a field goal if we can have just a good. He's got all day in the pocket. The coverage is amazing. Jared Goff chucking it deep to the end zone, and it's broken up by Marquise Bell. What an excellent play right there. He has all day. God, might have to adjust the offensive line sliders because these quarterbacks are getting absolutely all day. It's going to be a long field goal here for Jake Bates. It's probably going to be about a 60, 58, 9-yarder. Here he goes, and the kick is up. That's going wide. Yep, wide left for Jake Bates. That's going to give the Cowboys some good field position to have a chance to hopefully even up this game. But here we go. The best kicker in the league, Brandon Aubrey, from probably about 60 to 58. And there's the kick. And it is good. Right down the middle. No question about it. Brandon Aubrey, it's nice to have a weapon like that on your team. Anytime you get across the 50, you have a good chance of getting 3. So there's going to be a huge pass there to CeeDee Lamb from 33 yards inside our own 10. That's going to be a massive play to get us out of our own territory. But then it's going to be intercepted by Darrell Baker. Offense is just not having a good day. But here we go. 3rd down and 7. CeeDee Lamb is going to motion across the formation. It's a lot of time in the pocket. And there's going to be Josh Downs. And he breaks the tackle and gets crushed for the 1st down. Oh, that was big by Josh Downs to break that tackle. 2nd and 10 now for Dak. He drops back out of the pocket. Here comes the blitz. A pass over, and look who it is again. Josh Downs. It's the Josh. Oh, that's Luther Burden. My mistake. Jesus, they look exactly the same. 3rd down and inches after the good catch by Luther Burden. We're not going to run the ball for some reason. Oh my gosh, Jake Ferguson. You have to catch that. That's ridiculous. They better not kick a field goal. You better go for it. You're 4th and inches. Thank God. Oh, and look at this. We're out of the shotgun on 4th and inches. Jesus, this play calling is horrendous. They're going to run out of the shotgun and get absolutely stuffed probably. Or Ashton Genty's going to run right up the middle for a 1st down. 3rd down and 10. The drive has stalled in the red zone. Let's see if we can pick up a big 1st down here. We definitely need the points. Dak is looking over the middle. I don't even know what the hell that was. Holy crap, the QB accuracy is horrible right now in this game. We got to fix the sliders. It is way too low. I thought having the not knocking down the QB accuracy would make it more realistic. Instead, it has just made the QBs horrible, even if they have good accuracy. So they shouldn't be missing this much from that close in. But Aubrey's going to knock in his 2nd field goal of the game to make it a 7-6 ball game about to go into halftime. Opening drive of the 2nd half, and we have driven into enemy territory on some good runs by Genty and a good catch by Luther Burden. Let's see if we can finally convert in the red zone. We need some good red zone offense here. Oh my gosh, this is just hard to watch right now. These quarterbacks cannot make a single throw right now. It's horrible. Man, they said these sliders were good for accuracy, for realistic accuracy, QB accuracy, but this is not realistic at all. I mean, they're missing like layups, the easiest throws possible. So definitely going to have to mess with the sliders for the offensive line protection and the quarterback accuracy. I think the O-lines are a bit too good in protection, and the quarterbacks are a bit too bad. As CeeDee, he caught it. Okay, I thought he dropped that. Good catch by Lamb. So yeah, he's gonna hit that throw between 2 defenders, but he's not gonna be able to hit the 3 guys that are wide open on the crossing routes. Ooh, this is CPU gameplay, everybody. But here we go. 1st and goal from the 10. There's Ashton Genty, and he is going to get pushed in for his 1st NFL touchdown. Good hard run there by the rookie Ashton Genty, and good run for him to get the Cowboys on the board. Only down 2 now. Good blocking there by the interior as Genty's going to get stood up, but he's going to get pushed in by his teammates there. That was super cool. Good job by the young man, and the coach. We're going to congratulate him on the sidelines. But here we go. 2-point conversion time here for Dallas. Let's see if we can tie the game up. Dak's got protection, and that's just not even close. The Lions are in striking distance, and another masterful coaching by Madden, running 5 wide receiver sets there. Oh, I thought he dropped that. That was a huge catch. Yeah, Madden running 5 wide receiver sets on 3rd and inches at the 3-yard line. It just never fails to amaze me with how bad the play calling is. As there goes Jahmyr Gibbs up the middle, and it's going to be a good tackle there by Maurice Leafau. Once again, 5 wide at the 2-yard line. I mean, good Lord, Madden. This is some insane play calling. Micah Parsons is going to get free, and he's going to get dropped. Jared Goff for a sack. I mean, that's what you get for running 5 wide at the freaking goal line. Parsons just comes unblocked and just absolutely smashes Jared Goff. Here we go. Biggest play of the game right here. 3rd and goal. We need a big play. Parsons is going to get off his block. He's coming from the backside, and Micah Parsons is going to get another one for the Cowboys. The best player on the team making big plays here in the red zone. Probably going to be a half sack, but he got the rush. Oh, Micah Parsons. What an absolute stud to start the season. It's going to be his 2.5 sacks in 2 games, or 3 sacks, as Dante Fowler and him are just going to come together and make an excellent play. And he is hyped on the sideline with the coaching staff. All right, here we are. Big 3rd down and 2. We're in Aubrey's field goal range, but A touchdown here would do a lot to winning this game. It's going to be blocked well, and Ashton Genty gets a burst up the middle. That was glitchy, but he gets the first down anyway. Boom. Love to see it with Madden and their glitches. Ooh, that was weird. Here we go. 9:03 left. Let's be smart here. Don't rush anything. Ashton Genty's going to make a good cut and get about 4 yards on the carry. Another solid day for Genty with only 15 carries, 52 yards. He's not putting up astounding numbers yet, but we are passing it more than we're running it right now. Is Dak's going to take the read option slide, you idiot? Oh my gosh. I do not want Dak running read options this season. Get down, man. With all the injuries and stuff, good lord. That is scary. 3rd down and 3. Big play here. Can Detroit hold, or will Dallas convert the first down? There comes the snap. 3rd and 3. They're sending a blitz. It gets picked up, though. As he going to find Josh Downs over the middle on the crossing route. Great job from the offensive line, the running back there, to pick up that blitz. And Dak Prescott's going to find Josh Downs over the middle. Great job by Ashton Genty in pass protection there, as Dak's going to find Josh Downs over the middle. CeeDee Lamb's got 2 guys over to him on the left side. Let's see what happens here. Dak's looking. He throws it over to the side, and that's going to be caught by Luther Burden. I believe that is his first NFL touchdown. He's going to find Luther Burden running that out route on the sideline. He's going to get 2 feet in, and there it is. Luther Burden's first NFL touchdown. So we get Genty's first touchdown, Burden's first touchdown, and the rookies are already making an impact on the Dallas offense in 2 close games here at the beginning of the season. So huge drive there for the Cowboys. Biggest play of the game right now, Detroit trying to stay in this game. 3rd down and 9. Here we go. Who's going to make a play? Will it be the offense of Detroit, or will Dallas' defense come up with a huge stop? Goff, he's looking deep to the end zone. And it's caught by Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't believe it. Wow. That was just a weird animation by the computer. It just dropped right in. They didn't even try. And there's going to be a pass interference on the defense. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Detroit Lions, as Trayvon Diggs absolutely gets mossed in the end zone. That was just a weird play. It's like his computer just lost all function. Dan Campbell is hyped, and that is not what you wanted to give up there. Dallas's offense could not do anything. It was 4th and inches, and they decided to punt. And here we go. 3rd and 10, 2:50 left. Detroit's in field goal range. We need a big play. Come on. Oh, and that's going to get 4th and 4. What is Detroit going to do? Oh, Parsons is injured. That is the worst thing we could see right there. Micah Parsons is injured, and he's going off the field. The absolute worst case scenario for the Cowboys. Oh, good God. Well, here we are. 2-minute warning, down by 1. Dallas has the ball. Can Dak Prescott lead a game-winning drive with this new offense, or will Detroit make a play? Will that Trayvon Diggs play come back to haunt us this game? Here's Dak in the pocket. He throws it over to Luther Burden, who's going to dive forward, and he's going to have his first 100-yard game of his career there. 1:40 left. Oh, computer, don't screw the clock management. That would be horrible. Here's Dak. He's looking over the middle. Oh, what a catch there by Josh Downs. I mean, Aubrey, we're already almost in Aubrey's field goal range. We're doing pretty good. It's nice to have a kicker that can just make it from 60 yards. Dak looking over the middle, and it's caught by CeeDee Lamb, and he gets out of bounds into Detroit territory. We are looking really good now. All right, run the ball. Make them burn the timeouts, and we're good with a game-winning field goal. There we go. Ashton Genty is going to get taken down. There's the first timeout from Detroit. 1 first down, and we should be easily winning this game. 2nd and 8, but the computer's clock management sucks, so I wouldn't be surprised if they just screwed up. There's going to be Genty once again, who's going to push forward and make them burn another timeout. All right, 3rd down and 6. Is Dallas just going to run it and take the field goal, or are we going to try to get the first down and end this game? It's going to be Genty up the middle, and it's going to be a timeout. So Detroit is going to be out of timeouts, and Dallas looks to go up by 2 points here. 4th down and 4. Dallas plays it safe. They trust their defense, as Aubrey is going to knock in the field goal. Can Dallas get a game-winning drive defensive stop without Micah Parsons, without the best player on their team? Can Dallas hold Detroit and win this game? Well, here we go. It's early in the season, but we have a lot on the line here for potential tiebreakers. The Lions have no timeouts, but can Dallas's defense make a play when it matters? I mean, that's gonna be inbounds for 8 yards. Jake Bates, I mean, that's a 13-second runoff already. Detroit's got no timeouts. They really don't have any room for error to get it inbounds. Dang, that was actually a really good drop there by Detroit. He caught that inbounds. They were pretty much screwed. I mean, a couple tackles inbounds and this game's over. 3rd down and 2. Can Dallas' defense get a big stop? Osa's going to get free. Osa's going to get free, and that should end the game of Osa Adigizua, the paid man. I mean, they're going to get one more playoff here. I would call timeout just to make sure they don't get anything crazy. But here we go. I mean, they have to get to the end zone here. That's not getting to the end zone. Oh, wow. They got out of that. Wow. That was really good, actually. Oh, that was 4th down. Never mind. We're good. We're good. We're winning the game. All right. I thought that was. Anyway, big win here for Dallas against Detroit. That's what I'm talking about. Big start to the season here. Clutch win, clutch offense, game-winning drive, game-winning defensive stop. But the looming question is, how severe is Micah Parsons' injury? Are we looking at half the season, the whole season, multiple weeks? Dak Prescott goes 21 for 29 with 72% completion, 263 yards, the touchdown and the pick. So not the best game from Dak, but we got the win. That's all that matters. He led the game-winning drive. That's all we can ask for. Ashton Genty again with 20 rushes for 61, 1 touchdown. Not a crazy game, but Detroit's got a good defense. And then how about Luther Burden, the rookie, 101 yards, a touchdown, 7 catches. CeeDee Lamb is 5 for 86 as well. So our receivers are definitely getting it done. Defensively, Osa Adigizua with 2 sacks, 2 tackle for loss. Parsons going to get 1.5 sacks with 3 tackles for loss. But is he okay is the big question. Well, I have good news to report on Micah Parsons. It was only a minor injury. He's not going to miss any time. So it's a sigh of relief for every Dallas Cowboy fan in the world. Well, now that we are 3 weeks into the season, we are going to end up getting DeMarvion Overshown back from injury, which is just a wonderful sight. The kid has just barely gotten to play. He has so much talent. Just an absolute blazer of a linebacker, blitzer, just such a good young man. And, I was a big fan of him coming out. He just dealt with all the back-to-back ACL tears. So we get DeMarvion Overshown back on defense, which is huge, as well as we're going to get Marcus Epps back as the backup safety, which is good. And we also get Sam Williams back as well. Jake Ferguson's going to earn an upgrade after this week of practice, so we're going to keep upgrading him. It just sucks that we're going to have to find a way to pay him, but, we're going to have to deal with that when we deal with that. Here we go. First game inside our division, going up against Jaden Daniels, reigning Rookie of the Year. Made the NFC Championship game last year, ended their NFC Championship drought. We're trying to do the same thing. So what are we going to have in this first game against the Washington Commanders? Another good test early in this season. Already played the Lions. Now we're playing the Commanders. So the fact that we're 2-0 to start the season, already got 2 wins against 2 tough opponents, it's a really good start to the season regardless. No injuries yet, knock on wood, but let's see what we can do this week against the Washington Commanders. Well, here we are against Washington, 19-24, another close game. Offense was not doing much this game besides that, but there's a huge tackle, and it all comes down to this one play. Would be tough already to drop a division game, but with the first 3 games being hard, coming away 2-1 with these 3 hard opponents would be huge. But here we go, 3rd and 4, game on the line. It's going to be a rush, and that's going to be a horrible defensive play call right there. I don't know what that defensive play call was. They're going to have the linebackers playing way too far off, and he just easily rushes up the hole. And that's going to seal the game for the Washington Commanders. So we are going to drop our first game of the season to former Cowboys head coach Dan Quinn. A 24-19 loss. The offense just couldn't get it going this game. Jaden Daniels had his way with us. He was just driving down the field every single possession. Defense almost gave the offense one more chance, but just a tough game to have. Playing the Lions and Commanders back-to-back games, I think you'll happily split those games. Here's the player stats from this game. Jaden Daniels only has 3 incomplete passes, 2 touchdowns. And then Dak only 5 incompletions, 2 touchdowns. Both teams just controlling the time of possession. Jaden Daniels had 34 rushing yards. Just not a good game for the Cowboys. We just could not run the ball at all. Only 7 carries, though. I really got to change the playbook to get Ashton Genty more carries. Let's look at the Cowboys. Yeah, just not a lot going. Luther Burden gets his 2nd touchdown of his career. So does Genty get his 1st receiving touchdown. It was a pretty close game. We just couldn't really get it done on offense. Micah Parsons adds another sack, but no turnovers from our defense this game. Only 1 sack. So just just not a just great game all around for Cowboys. Osa Odigizua gets another upgrade. He has been growing super fast this year for whatever reason. We're going to upgrade his run stopper once again, and he's going to get +3 block shedding. Ashton Genty gets another upgrade, and we are going to boost his elusive back, and that is going to make him go up another overall to 83. He gets +2 spin and some ball carrier vision as well. Unfortunately, in week 4, we get taken down by the lowly New York Jets in a 28-20 game. We scored 14 in the fourth quarter. We have 332 yards of offense, only 64 rush yards, 268 pass yards. We turned the ball over 2 times, though, which is bad. Just 2 back-to-back games, close losses. Our wins were close. Our offense was close. The time of possession was pretty much even in this game. Aaron Rodgers, 4 touchdowns. I mean, you can't write it any better. Aaron Rodgers is a certified Dallas Cowboys killer. Always has been. I guess he will be that way even when he's 40+ years old. Still killing the Cowboys out here with 4 touchdowns. Dak throws two touchdowns and 2 picks. So not a first game of the season. We really just turned the ball over a lot. Ash Genty only 12 carries. We just need to be running the ball more. We are just not running it enough for my liking. Josh Downs has a good game with 2 touchdowns. Luther Burden, another solid game with 5 catches. CeeDee Lamb is just not getting the production that really I'd want to see from him. Jordan Phillips, our young defensive tackle, is going to get another upgrade point from doing the focus player. So we're going to get his run stopping up to 74. He's going to get some good stats here for his development. All right, here we are on Thursday Night Football. I want to see a big win here, a big bounce back win. We lost 2 in a row, one to the Washington Commanders, and then we lose 1 to the lowly New York Jets. We were playing a 79 overall Panthers team. This is definitely a trap game. Don't want to overlook them with young Bryce Young coming in here, but we need a win in the worst way. Don't want to lose 3 straight and go to 2-3. We want to get a win, bounce back. We can get 2 wins versus the Giants and versus the Panthers. These 2 games, I'll feel a lot better going up against Washington once again. So let's rally. Let's get a big win. Well, here we are, fourth quarter, 3rd and 8. The Cowboys doing what they always do, playing down to their competition. Carolina brings a blitz. It gets picked up. Dak's got nowhere to go. He's able to roll out of the pocket with that speed. Oh, when he gets tackled. Oh, my gosh. How did you get caught there? You have to get the first. We have to go for it. Oh, yeah. I was like, there's no way we don't go for it. That was just insane that he even got close. Please, offensive line. Oh, they blitzed. Oh, but Genty's going to hit the hole and get the first down. The Panthers have absolutely shut down our passing attacks somehow with their 78 overall defense. That is horrible. As Dak's going to find a wide open Josh Downs down the sideline. This has just been a weird game. Stats are just all weird. Come on, Dallas, punch this in here. They said, Dak, run. They send the blitz. Always wide open. That's not a fumble. Not even close to a fumble. That's an incomplete pass. No way in hell that's a fumble. Are you freaking kidding me? There's just no way it's a fumble. You got to be kidding me. That is some EA voodoo of all time. He gets clocked as soon as he catches it. I mean, I just don't think it's a fumble. Oh, that's a fumble. He caught it. He turned. He gets crushed instantly. And when it's going wrong, what can go wrong will go wrong, it seems, for the Dallas Cowboys in these last 3 games. Wow, what a brutal way to potentially lose this game. But Bryce Young is going to get sacked on 4th down, on 3rd down and 15, and Micah Parsons makes a huge play to bail out his offense. But man, if we only get a field goal here, that would be brutal. Come on, Cowboys. Let's go. 3rd and 10. What is this play calling? Back-to-back halfback screens? Oh my goodness. Yeah, this playbook is getting thrown in the garbage. I am changing the playbook after this game. The offense has just completely stalled out. I don't even know what's going on. There's Brandon Aubrey on the field goal, and it's good. 17-17. Panthers are going to be getting the ball back. All right, here we go. Big play in this one. 3rd down and 5. Tie ball game. I'm looking at you, Micah. Make a play. Make a play, Parsons. Make a play. Bryce Young, he throws it off his back foot deep to the end zone. Oh, my God, he had him. He had him. That was almost a generational throw by Bryce Young. Holy moly. That would have been one of the greatest throws I've ever seen in this game. He was like off balance, and he still put that where the receiver almost had a chance to get it. Go into overtime against the freaking Panthers. This is just brutal last 3 games. The Panthers get the ball first in overtime, and they immediately fumble, and it is recovered by Deron Bland. Huge play made by the defense. So On the kickoff return, we forced a fumble to get the ball back. Wow, I just don't believe it. What a turn of events. Finally got some good football luck on our side as we are already into field goal range. This should be just run the ball a few times and let the best kicker in the NFL come out and just boot one through to win the game. As there's Genty, he's got some room. Ashton Genty's going to get all the way down to the 15. They're just like, F it, we're getting a touchdown. All right, just run this in here. Oh my God, why are we throwing so much? I guess I guess we just want to be toxic. But there it is. CeeDee Lamb on the slant to win the game for Dallas. Man, we made that way harder than and it's just way harder than it needed to be. I mean, just what a weird game. 12 of 7 of 27. That is awful. But he throws 2 touchdowns to no picks. Rushing wise, Ashton Genty was 74 yards on the ground, 1 touchdown. Receiving wise, Josh Downs has a good game. Ashton Genty, 14. I mean, just Luther Burden doesn't even get a reception. Just a weird game altogether. Oh, Micah Parsons, an absolute beast, gets 2.5 sacks. My goodness, Micah Parsons, dude, he is gonna just rack up the sacks this year. Tackle for loss, 2.5 sacks. Just an absolute stud. Spillane gets the interception, but we escape here with a 23-17 victory. Well, coming off that big win versus the Panthers, we have some big developments. Ashton Genty is a superstar X Factor talent. Drafted at 20th overall, the best running back in the class, the number 4 ranked player in the class, a superstar X Factor. I mean, that trade was 100% worth it now. I mean, Caleb Johnson, some of those other backs, they might have star or superstar, but I had a feeling Genty with that talent was going to be either superstar or superstar X Factor. But I mean, what a development for him to have superstar X Factor. He's barely 21 years old, already an 83 overall. And morale is just bringing him down. He is going to be the best running back in the NFL within the next 3 seasons. I can guarantee you that. And on the flip side, we hit on Luther Burden as well. He is going to end up having superstar development. So superstar development for our wide receiver and a superstar X Factor running back. These young men, these rookies, are going to absolutely have to develop and carry our offense going forward in the future, especially as the salary gets crunched. But Luther Burden with superstar talent and that speed and acceleration, we just got to develop his route running, and he's going to be an absolute monster. Well, here we go. Big week number 5, rivalry matchup against the New York Giants, and our first look at rookie quarterback Cam Ward. Cam Ward was drafted number 3 overall by the Giants, their new franchise quarterback. What can the Dallas Cowboys do this week against a rookie quarterback? I expect a big game from the defense, really hoping our pass rush can continue to get going. Micah Parsons already has 7 sacks on the season, number 2 in the NFL behind Hayden Hutchinson. But it should be an interesting game, and there he is, the young man, Cam Ward of the Giants. We're going to see what he can do in his debut against our Dallas Cowboys. Well, a big first drive for the Giants. They have already driven down on a 40-yard pass to Malik Neighbors from Cam Ward. So what can Cam Ward do as he gets it over to Neighbors? He is 61 yards passing on the first drive of the game. Cam Ward looking to make a statement early for the Giants. Come on, Cowboys defense. The Giants offense is rated horrible. We got to get something in here. That pass is going to be intercepted by DaRon Bland. He has been absolutely excellent this season, and that man is about to get paid. What a season for DaRon Bland. Every time we've been in the game, every time he's been thrown at, he's made an excellent defensive play, and the rookie quarterback is going to test him there on the back shoulder, but DaRon Bland just absolutely undercuts that route, makes it a phenomenal play on the ball right there. Absolute stud in DaRon Bland. 2nd and 10 now for Dak, making some adjustments at the line, takes the snap, he throws it over the middle, and it's caught by Josh Downs, and he's going to get down to the 1 on a tackle by Damar Hamlin. Good throw and good route there by Josh Downs. You know, that Josh Downs pickup I didn't think was going to make that huge of an impact, but man, he has been really good inside the game. And Ashton Genty's going to dive in to the end zone to get his touchdown. The young man with superstar X Factor development, and he is looking to be dangerous. He is looking to be the best running back in the NFL one day. And we get to Cam Ward at 8:15 once again. Justin Simmons, the free agent signing, is going to pick off the rookie, and that's going to be Cam Ward's second interception in the first half. We had that plan in the meeting to attack the rookie quarterback, make him throw the ball, and it seems to be working to perfection. Here comes Aubrey once again for the field goal on 4th and 20. The Giants defense holds strong. Let's see if Aubrey can bang home another one for us. The kick is up, and it is right down the middle once again. Brandon Aubrey, Mr. Automatic. The Giants are going to punch it into the end zone on their first drive of the second half. Mason Taylor gets a 2-yard pass from Cam Ward, take the touchdown. It is about to be a 16-10 game. You know, the Giants have turned the ball over 3 times. We just haven't gotten any touchdowns off them. This game really shouldn't be as close as it is. We really need to put together a touchdown drive here coming up. The Giants get a 27-yard pass to Wan'Dale Robinson. Looks like they're going to punch it in for the touchdown, and they do on a pass to Devin Singletary. So the Cowboys once again get a field goal, but the Giants now have put back-to-back touchdown drives together here in the fourth quarter. The Giants defense has really held strong, kept in this game. I mean, the Giants just have way more yards, but it's just the turnovers. Dak is going to go deep down the sideline, and that's going to be dropped and picked. Oh my goodness. That is the worst case scenario. Another week where we have an unlucky turnover when we're trying to put the game away. Oh my goodness. Not again. Last week it was the fumble, and Dak is going to drop an absolute dime here to Josh Downs, but it's going to go right off his hands. I don't know if he was in bounds. We better get ready to challenge that. I don't think he was in bounds. Hold on. Get out of the sim. We got to hold all your horses. We got to challenge that play. We can't challenge it. Are you serious? He wasn't even close to being in bounds. So Dak's going to fire it down the field. It's Luther Burden, and it just hits him right in the hands. He gets 1 foot in. Oh, come on. That's not a catch in real life. You have to get the whole foot down. It cannot just be the tip of your foot, I believe. Your whole foot has to be in bounds. And no, it's going to be a missed call by the officials, as he's only going to get 1 foot in bounds, and they didn't go to a booth review. They didn't let us challenge it. So we get boned there on that call. All right, here we go. 3rd down. Big, huge 3rd down. Come on, boys. We need a stop. We need a big stop. Overshown's going to get free. Overshown is going to take him down. DeMarvion Overshown, back from the ACL tear, makes a huge play on 3rd down to get the sack. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 10. The Giants got 2 timeouts. The Cowboys are right on the verge of Aubrey's field goal range. Let's see if we can get a 1st down here. Just can't take a sack. Dak over the middle hits Luther Burden over the middle, and that's going to be a 1st down, and that is going to be victory formation for your Dallas Cowboys. So a 19-17 victory here against the Giants. Not a dominant win as I would have liked to hope, but you'll take the wins as much as you can get them. We've won a lot of close games, which it's a good thing. I really want to see our offense be a little bit more dominant. We just have been kind of inconsistent, haven't put together a ton of good drives. The defense is holding strong. I want to see our offense be a bit more aggressive, but you know what? We'll take the wins any way we can get them. Well, Cam Ward with 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, with 272 yards, just turned the ball over too much. But Dak with 13 or 23, so we only passed 23 times. A pick that shouldn't have happened. Just another game where we just didn't really do much offensively, rushing wise. Ashton Genty with 20 carries, only 50 yards. The offensive line did him absolutely no favors there. Receiving wise, Mason Taylor has a good game. Jake Ferguson had a good game for Dallas. Luther Burden, 3 catches, 56 yards. CeeDee Lamb, we're just not getting him enough targets. We really need to be getting him more targets. Defensively, Trevon Diggs, Justin Simmons gets 1. Sack-wise, Brian Burns has an absolute crazy game with 3.5 sacks. Good Lord, offensive line did not help us out this game. Well, after a huge win, it is time to talk about a big trade that I'm about to pull off here. Trevon Diggs is a player that 27 years old. He's still got superstar, still a really solid player. He's had some injuries, but Deron Bland has fully taken over as that #1 corner, and I signed Paulson Adebo in preparation for money issues potentially, and we just need more cap space to sign Parsons and sign Bland. So we're really looking at I'm gonna look at trading Trevon Diggs right now just to make the cap space. His contract really is pretty reasonable, but we just don't have really any money to spare right now. And I'm gonna focus on a younger guy like Bland. We drafted Tyomi Hill. We've got Paulson Adebo. So we've got depth at corner and Kalen Carson as well. So I am not really worried about trading Trevon Diggs. And I'm looking to get off the money and recoup some draft capital. All right, so I really would rarely do a in division trade, but the Giants are one of the teams that really wants Trevon Diggs, and you know I like Drew Phillips. The Giants have him on the trade block. It works out, so we're gonna try to get Drew Phillips. The reason I like him too is he's young. He's still young, so we get another young corner, but it's mostly the money. We get him for a few years, so it helps the cap out. The Giants get a corner who's already established, good overall, superstar, and that's going to really help the Giants defense out. So it's a trade that I think really does benefit both sides. We're going to add a third from the 2026 draft and a future fourth. I think value-wise, getting the younger corner, getting a third and a fourth for Diggs could seem a little bit low, but I think this is realistic given Diggs' injuries and his cap, and the Giants can afford it. We're going to see if it will go through. Will it go through? Let's send it. It is a done deal. So we are going to get a 2026 third rounder and Drew Phillips from the Giants. And we are going to send Trevon Diggs to the Giants in a division on division trade. The fans might not like this one, but they will once Micah Parsons gets extended. So here we go. Team meeting after the trade. The players are probably pissed. Not really. We're facing the Commanders. We play 3 straight division games, so this is absolutely huge. Ryan Clark predicted this week they would win this week because they have the edge in terms of talent. How do we prove them wrong? Oh, the media hating on the Cowboys. What else is new? You know what? We're gonna win the turnover battle. Our defense has been creating a lot of turnovers. I trust the defense to keep creating those turnovers. Well, I thought it would be fun to look at some of the rookie stats, and look at this. Shedeur Sanders for the Vegas Raiders, 11 touchdowns to 2 picks. What a start for the rookie Shedeur Sanders. That's some great stats. He is definitely the favorite for rookie of the year so far. Cam Ward's not having a horrible season either. 1,200 yards, 13 touchdowns, just the 7 picks. So the 2 top rookies putting up some decent numbers so far. Shadeur's numbers were absolutely excellent. Well, here we go, taking on the Washington Commanders. Big game. Both teams are 4-2. This is a big game for us not to lose that tiebreaker and go down 0-2 to them. We'd pretty much be out of the running for this division because they're probably going to finish either with the same record or close. So this is a huge game. This is a must-win if we want to be able to contend for the division this year. So 10-22 in the second quarter, and Luther Burden's going to pick up another touchdown for him on the season on a 6-yard pass from Dak Prescott. Luther Burden's having a pretty solid season so far. Definitely has a few touchdowns under his belt, so his development is looking very solid. And that is going to be all she wrote in this one. A 35-14 victory for the Cowboys. An absolute rout here in Washington. And, I think that's a good place to leave off for this video. We're going to be 5-2 going in to midway through the season. Dak Prescott, 3 touchdowns, 189 yards. Didn't need to do much this game. The defense was dominant. Didn't have to throw it far. 3 touchdowns, only 1 pick. Not throwing for a ton of yards, but he's keeping the turnovers down. 3 touchdowns, 71% completion. Rushing wise, for the Cowboys, Ashton Jeanty, 8 carries, 27 yards a touchdown. Trevor Etienne, 9 attempts, 36 yards a touchdown. I don't know if Jeanty got hurt or they just decided to spread the carries around, but there's that. Receiving wise, Luther Burden with 7 catches, 2 touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb, 4 catches. So spreading the ball around once again. Dak Prescott is a very balanced offense from your Cowboys. Defensively, Micah Parsons, 1.5 sacks, 1 TFL. Just a dominant game from Micah Parsons. We get an interception from Justin Simmons and Eric Kendricks, so a good game by the defense. How about we end the video with some upgrades? Luther Burden gets another upgrade to his deep threat. It's going to be up to an 81 overall now. He gets +3 medium route, +3 release, so big for Luther Burden. His ratings are looking really good now. 95 excel, 96 speed, 84 catching. So hitting on him was a big decision, big pick, because now we have him and CeeDee Lamb to lead us. So really excited about Burden's continued potential. Tyler Guyton's finally going to get another upgrade for him. We're going to keep upgrading him. Let's get him an agile upgrade here. Keep balancing out his stats. Just really need him to become a good blocker. And there's +3 pass block for Tyler Guyton. So that's absolutely needed. Well, I think that's a solid way to end the video. We are sitting at 5-2 now, the #1 team in the NFC behind 4-3 Philadelphia, 4-2 Green Bay. So the NFC is not having as good of a year, but we are 5-2 right now. Granted, our schedule hasn't been horribly difficult, but we were able to beat Detroit at least, who's a top team. So an interesting year for the NFC. Doesn't look like a lot of dominant teams, but yeah, we're sitting at 5-2. I like our roster so far. We made a decent trade. We just got to continue it, with the Cowboys, like always. The regular season really doesn't matter for the Cowboys. Like, we can get into the playoffs, but what are we going to do when the lights matter? Are we going to be able to win a playoff game, multiple playoff games? Can we get back to that NFC championship? Morale is finally trending up for some of our guys. Jake Ferguson's up to an 84. Burden's 81. Genty's actually 83. So, it's looking good. And then defensively, our linebackers are actually playing pretty well. Marquise Bellis, Justin Simmons has got some interceptions. We've got Bland, Paulson, Adebo. Then we've got Phillips as our third corner now. Kalen Carson behind. Defensive line is looking really solid. Osa Odigizua is earning his money and getting those upgrades. So I'm liking our team so far. We'll see if we can keep it up. We might run into some cap trouble down as we get into next season, but that's an off-season problem. So we're going to just keep focusing on having a good season this year. But anyway, guys, hope you like this first episode or second episode. Let me know what you think in the comments. Any suggestions, anything you want to see differently. How did you like the approach for the amount of gameplay versus the amount of simming? Try to keep it balanced to show just some fun stuff every once in a while. Don't want videos to drag on. I want to get seasons pretty fast. So my goal is to go through about half a season in a regular season in a video. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Smash that like button. Yeah, thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.